One percenters, welcome back. Coach Tommy here. Here's a couple of shots of me shooting just at the gym, just to prove a point that arms is really what matters when you shoot. I saw a post today saying that the elbow has to be square, and then a lot of coaches say legs are everything. I'm of the camp that arms do most of the work, and arms are for aim, legs are for lift, and timing is for touch. Of those three main components of shooting, arms is number one, timing is number two, and legs is number three. As you can see here, I'm barely jumping. Okay, so if you're barely jumping, your timing is really good and you're decently strong. And so now in the second kind of round of shots here, I'm changing my lift point. I'm changing the ball path. Right here, it starts around my chest and it goes up through the middle. And then as I fool around with some shots here, I'm going to just kind of demonstrate that you can make the shot regardless of where you start the ball. So that's a little bit lower, like Trey Young, starting around the midsection. Here's another one. Let's see where it comes from. It comes from the left, kind of like KD, out on the left side. What's coming up next? That one's more in the middle, so I take a deeper bend. I do miss shots. I'm a good shooter, pretty decent. I'm not the greatest shooter, but I would say better than most. But just playing around. So again, that goes through the middle. Okay, so that's kind of what my shot kind of normally looks like when I'm not messing around too much. So here I'm trying to get it lower. Okay, bring it up lower through the left. And then here I'm going kind of like above my head, kind of like Luka, where a lot of people take it from the top of their forehead. Okay, so the set point, the lift point, the starting point, the end point, it's all about, can you coordinate that shot? Can you coordinate that release? Can you aim your arms? Self-organization. So here I'm going above my head, kind of like Luka, maybe a little bit like Jokic, taking it from behind my head. This is kind of that shot that I play around with when I'm coaching the teams. I'm telling them, you could shoot from behind your head. You don't got to jump. Here I'm taking it from the right side, kind of like Paul Pierce. If you're doing a lot of step backs, pushing off the left leg, going to the right, that shot will be very, very important if you're off the dribble type player. The players kind of see it when I do this, and they're like, "What the hell are you doing, coach? It's so ugly. It's so ugly." And I said, "What's more ugly, if it goes in or out?" Here I'm trying to go with like a old school Lonzo, Kevin Martin, coming across the body. A lot of people will naturally kind of flip this because I always talk about things not going in straight lines. You want to find arcs or spirals. That's a natural path for energy to travel in waves. So that circular pattern that kids will tend towards when they're younger. Sorry about that. There's a side step bringing up through the left and shooting it more from the left side. I'm just like kind of thinking of like, what kind of shots can I shoot here to kind of demonstrate this? I'm just in between shots with this guy. I don't want to mess him up too much. That one's on the right side. Here's like completely behind the head. So this one's more like Jokic. That last one was more like Luka at the top of the forehead. So I'm completely behind my head here, and just seeing if I can make it. And when you shoot a ton of shots, you kind of just get a feel for how heavy that ball is and how to control it. And so I just throw it behind my head like Jokic, bend very little, and just kind of catapult this thing. And as you can see, if I actually practice this one more, it could easily be very consistent if I just worked on it. So you can see the multitude of ways that I change my shot, just screwing around to demonstrate that, elbow square, wrist square, all of that stuff kind of goes out the window. What matters most is if you can control it. All right, that's all for now. Until next time, take 14 minutes, 24 seconds, or 1% of your day to get better. Peace.